Fargo, North Dakota, the head of Valley News Live said allegations from ex-anchor Robin Huebner are not true. Ms. Huebner claims that the submission of her resignation on Monday was due to gender and age bias. The 50-year-old 26-year veteran went from co-anchoring a 10 p.m. newscast on both KVLY and KXJB to anchoring the 5:30 p.m. KXJB broadcast along with a pay cut. She was replaced by 26-year-old Stephanie Getz. The general manager and president of KXJB and KVLY claims Ms. Huebner had been given a choice of new responsibilities and followed the role that carried a pay cut. Yesterday in Spiritwood, North Dakota, over 100 friends, neighbors, and family members harvested near 1,400 acres so the normal family who farms it could have time to grieve over a loss. 3-year-old Braden McLean, son of Wimbledon natives Matthew and Delana McLean, died Sunday in a farming accident near the Barnes County-Stutzman County line. Barnes County Sheriff Randy McLaughlin said Braden had been sitting in the driver's seat of the pickup, which was in park. Braden shifted the vehicle into neutral, causing it to roll. The vehicle then rolled over Braden, killing him. After a special meeting yesterday morning, the Jamestown Park and Recreation Board of Commissioners approved a payment for over $50,000 if the city does not approve a cost split. Another check for almost $55,000 was going to cover additional costs of a riverbank reconstruction project in McElroy Park. The next city committee meeting is scheduled for 4 p.m. next Tuesday at City Hall. There, 1 or 2 board members would go and ask for a split where each party would pay a little over $27,000. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers completed an estimate on the project, and since the high water releases have continued to destroy the bank of the James River along the city's largest park, the original cost of the project is estimated at $199,000. Today in Washington, the Securities and Exchange Commission said that the corporation Citigroup agreed to pay $285 million to settle charges that misled investors in a $1 billion derivatives deal tied to the U.S. housing market, then bet against investors as the housing market began to show signs of distress. The SEC also brought charges against a Citigroup employee who was responsible for structuring the transaction. The SEC said that the $285 million would be returned to investors in the deal. Last night, the debate between Republicans Rick Perry and Mitt Romney laid some rivaled foundation, showing how deep their dislike is for one another. The nationally televised debate raised the likelihood of a potentially long battle as they struck at each other in deep personal ways. Between the two, both are sitting on campaigns that exceed $10 million. According to sources, advisors for both men struggled after the debate to spin the results in their candidates' favor. In Athens, Greece, tens of thousands of Greeks took to the streets in what some are calling the largest demonstration in Athens in months, if not years. Small groups of demonstrators wearing hoods and armed with clubs and flags began throwing rocks at the police outside Parliament. A spokesman for the Athens police said 16 officers were injured. The protest, made up of the country's 2 main labor unions, is protesting towards a decision to add an $11 million addition towards $150 billion bailout that was engineered last year by the government. With the labor union members protesting, countless places have been shut down, ranging from shops, gas stations, and schools to even the suspension of international flights and national rail services. Well, the weather outside has definitely took on a chill. With more on that, we turn to Jessica Gulseth. Jessica?
Why, thank you, Johnny. Well, one thing I can tell you this week is the weather will be consistently colder. Today, we saw a high of about 42 degrees. And if you think that's cold, that will be nothing in comparison to tonight's low of 17 degrees. 17 degrees, Jamestown. I know that's scary and dreadful, but Thursday will warm up to about 50 degrees and then cool down to about 32 degrees. Friday will be a little warmer with a high in the low 60s, which will be nice ending temperatures for the week, but as Saturday rolls around, we could see some rain. As of right now, it's only about a 20% chance, so don't worry about it too much. Saturday and Sunday, we will see highs in the mid-50s. As you can see, this colder weather won't be going anywhere. For some, that's good news, and others are dreading it. Either way, I think it's here to stay, Jamestown. That's your weather for today. Now back to you, Johnny.
Thanks, Jessica. Women's volleyball traveled to Mayville, North Dakota this afternoon to take on the Comets of Mayville State University. The Jimmies were coming off a win against South Dakota Mines and Technology. and were looking to improve on their 5-1 Dakota Athletic Conference record and 18-9 overall record. Tune in tomorrow for scores and stats from tonight's conference match. On a more national note, tonight was Game 1 of the 2011 World Series. The American League champion Texas Rangers and National League champion St. Louis Cardinals are the two teams battling it out in the Fall Classic. The two teams are in familiar ground as the Cardinals won the World Series a few years ago, and the Rangers competed in last year's World Series. Well, that wraps it up today. I'm Johnny Jerome. Please join us again tomorrow when we will once again connect the campus with the community.